We got the countdown, Declan, so we're gonna be
Oh,
live.
here we go. All right, here we
Okay,
go.
so I think we're live now.
Yeah.
Let me just double check because I'm paranoid. We've had a few technical issues this time. All right, so I believe we are live. So, what's up, everybody? I'm Justin Coiner from Trackdays here in sunny SoCal, and I'm on with a youthful guest this evening, and his name's Declan. Declan, what is going on, dude?
How we doing, Dustin? How's it going?
All right, so let's just get into it, man. You're the
Okay.
kid that's well, let's. I'm just gonna talk shit. Your dad's Aussie. I don't know if I call you Aussie, right?
Yeah. Right.
I
Right.
mean, I've heard you trying to like spice it up a bit. I don't know what that's about lately, but you've kind of thrown the accent around a little bit more than I'm used to these days.
I have tried to. Yes, I have been trying to.
Yeah.
It's a work in progress right now. A very big work in progress.
Okay.
So
So
yeah.
what's the purpose of spicing up the accent there, buddy?
Ah, there's some reasons.
Shut
Hey,
the fuck up. Tell me what the real reasons are, man.
I miss it. It's been,
You
I
miss
wouldn't
it.
say like. Well, because when I first moved over here from Australia, they put me into speech therapy because I
Okay.
wasn't saying the words correctly. So having to do all that, I just kept like saying all the words they were saying, and it turned into a shit show. And American accent just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, you
So,
sound like Surfer Bro. I
oh no, oh no,
Yeah,
oh
dude,
man,
you're like a SoCal kid. But
oh,
I'll tell you what, like what you just said is it's not uncommon. I mean, you've met Cowboy, right?
I have, I
Dude,
have.
Cowboy, Cowboy's Jamaican. And
Really?
oh yeah, dude, like
No way,
legit Jamaican, like yeah, man, like kind of Jamaican, right?
no
And I
way.
guess when he was a kid, like growing up, kind of thing, like it was very frowned upon to even have an accent from another country when you live in the U.S. Like I guess.
Yeah,
So I mean, when you talk to him, you would never know that he's
no.
hey, man, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it's
That's
pretty
exactly
interesting.
how it was to
But
me.
I will say this, like you did have another reason that you said at the last event, to test of why. But if you're gonna be a wuss
Yeah,
about
I,
it,
I don't remember. I don't remember.
oh now I
No, no,
know you're
no, no,
full
no,
of
no,
it. But
no, no, no.
whatever.
I definitely don't remember. If you know, jog my
Something
memory.
about girls. I don't know. I mean, yeah.
Ah, yeah. I do remember that. Yes, yes, yes. Girls like an Aussie accent.
If you
So,
say so, dude.
oh,
Yeah, man. So okay, so let's talk a little bit about how did you get into this motorbike thing in the first place?
let's see.
Because you're
Well,
what,
so
17 now? 16?
17 going on to 18 in May.
Oh, wow.
So,
Okay.
yeah. But started riding like ever since I was a little kid. Like was always had a PWW, PW 50, I think it was. It was a Yamaha, so that was good.
Yeah.
And I just kept riding dirt, and I would always ride dirt with my brothers, my three brothers or my two brothers. And then at some point, like we kept riding dirt bikes, moved over here, rode dirt bikes. And then once I bought my CRF 250, the plan was to race dirt bikes professionally.
Oh,
So
wow.
like I started getting a coach and I did probably like two sessions
No
of
kidding.
like training.
Okay.
Yeah. But my dad was like, "Well, before you pick, like let me put you on a motorcycle and see which one you like."
Oh, like
And
on a
so,
roadie. On a roadie.
yeah, on a
Okay.
roadie. Yeah. And so, first track day ever was with you guys, I'm pretty sure. And I don't know if it was when you guys were at, I think it was when you guys were still doing Chuckawalla.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember having quite a few conversations with a paranoid dad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
like I mean, the thing is, John's your dad's like very all about this, right? And
Yeah.
he has a lot of questions,
He
and
does. He
it's
does.
like I've gotten some colorful messages from him over the time that we've hang out a little bit,
Yeah.
and he's just like, mate, are you gonna answer me? And I'm like, dude,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He does that all the time. He
yeah.
does that
I'm
all the
like, dude,
time.
you just emailed me 5 minutes ago, dude. Like,
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, everything is go 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 go. Like oh, you didn't respond this early. Another one, you know. Yeah, it's how it usually it happens a lot.
yeah.
But you know, but yeah, first track day with you guys at Chuckawalla. I had no idea about motorcycles. I
Didn't you
still
have
had my
like what bike were you
CBR.
on? A clapped out Honda or something?
Yeah, clapped out CBR 600,
That's right.
fully street, fully
Yeah,
street.
yeah, of course.
So
Were you trying
like
to drag elbow your first track day?
first track day, I dragged knee.
Oh,
I was trying to drag knee. That was my biggest
you're
goal was to drag
trying to
knee.
drag knee.
Yeah,
Okay,
a lot.
nice.
So it was fun. And like we didn't know how to change a tire. So like we took the axle out, pulled the tire off. No idea how to like put it in once we swapped tires.
Dude,
And so
that's me today.
yeah, really.
Right?
Yeah, well, like, yeah, but dude, it's difficult sometimes. Sometimes it's just annoying. But I think it was Gil. Gil, yeah,
Yeah.
Gil. Like he was walking and we saw like the track day shirt and we're like, hey, like we don't know how to put in
You're
this
like, hey, mate,
tire.
could you give
We're
us
trying
a
to go
hand?
in. Yeah, basically.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so he helped us put in the tire. Use got on, just started riding, had a blast of a time, just like full throttle, like, you know, obviously I wasn't going that fast
So
because
that
it's
was what,
new.
2019 or 18?
No, oh my gosh.
2019, right?
I
Or
I think
20?
my first track day was 15.
Oh,
Pretty
shit.
sure it was
That was a minute
15.
ago. Okay.
It was a while ago. But like I only hopped on the track to do track days with my dad because he used to do track days in Australia with his uncle and all his friends. So track days, I just wanted to do that and have that fun connection with my
Yeah.
dad and just have something in common. So, and then like, you know, one day, like my dad's like, do you want to race? And I was like, uh, yeah, like it's fun. Like, why not? And then that's when we came to you guys a lot and did the new racer school. And new racer school was fun.
Yeah, you did that with LGB, right?
I did. I
Yeah.
did. I
Yeah,
did.
I actually have it in my notes here. Jeff had something for you to
Oh,
say.
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, "Man, he's like he's pretty proud of you because he looks at you as one of his first new racer orientation people. Like
He
you
was.
did that like CRA, we were brand new, we were getting started, and I say we because I was still part of it then.
Yeah.
And like we had a tough year because 2021 was that year, and
hmm
fuck, every year has been tough, really, because
It's been
scheduling and
bad.
the new track construction delays and that kind
Yeah.
of stuff. But he says that he's super proud of you, and he says that he's gonna miss you at CRA and wishing you the best of luck in your new adventures. So
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Jeff. I loved him. He was
he's
always
super fun, right?
very big. Love the guy. Always happy 24/7. Like every time seeing him in the pits, like Declan, what's going on? How you doing? How's
Yeah,
everything going?
he's got
Love
that.
Jeff.
He's got that positive energy vibe. He's always
Very.
been that way, and he's
Yeah.
like one of those dudes that's like good at everything too. So it's like,
Yeah.
man, you're like that Renaissance man. He, sort of like Andy Debrino is to racing. Like he's just
hmm
good at all the things.
Yeah.
Jeff's good at like life. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's just an
So
amazing dude all around.
yeah,
Love Jeff.
yeah. They're still doing the CRA thing. I think round 2 is a couple weeks from now at
Yeah.
Podium
Is that
Club.
still Buttonwell? Oh, Podium
Podium Club.
Club.
Yeah,
That's right. That's
it's so
right.
it's a weekend after Road Atlanta, I think. So, eh,
Yeah.
meh. Yeah, but
Yeah. We'll see.
I'm gonna go there and be a regular club racer now instead of part of government, right?
Wow. That's gonna feel different for you. It's gonna
Actually, it's
feel
gonna
very
feel
different.
awesome. I'm
Really?
like, dude, I have my life back, bro. Like, Running
Don't
a
have to
race
do
club takes a lot of
anything.
effort, man. I just don't have the time anymore. So it's just like it's kind of stretching me pretty thin,
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but yeah,
yeah.
now it's like I get to go and play. You get to go pretend to be a racer for a weekend. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be
So
fun. You have to let me know how that goes.
yeah, absolutely. So you started out when you started club racing. I remember you came out and you had this new R6. That am I mistaken thinking that Melissa prepared that for you?
Yes, she did. Yeah, Melissa built that R6 for me. Like, she built it really fast. Like, got that thing going pretty fast.
Yeah, I wrote the in my
So,
notes a proper R6, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
She made that thing amazing. I was in love with it because
nice.
that was my first ever race bike. So, like it was just amazing how it came out.
Yeah,
So,
so that was the you basically got like the last of the OG R6s, right? The 2020s.
yeah,
And
I think we have a 2021 and a 2022 now because we have
well,
three R6s.
yeah, well you kind of have to now, right?
Exactly. Yep.
Especially with you riding a thing. It's like, wow, bro.
Dang.
That's why
I've done a
that's why you
number.
guys don't even bother painting them. You just like throw black on it and call it good.
Throw black on it. Yeah, yeah. We
Wow,
did do that a
dude.
lot. We did that a lot. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
so you came out with the R6 and you've done quite a bit of club racing since then now, right? Like,
yes.
uh CRA obviously, and then I know you did a little bit of AFM stuff. Would you did Buttonwillow? Did you go to Thunderhill?
I did go to Thunderhill. I
Badass.
did.
Okay.
Really fun. Really
And
fun.
Laguna, obviously.
Did Laguna.
You did
Loved that.
Laguna with CRA too, right?
Yeah.
I just wanted
Yeah.
to throw that out there because CRA is the club that brought club
Oh,
racing back to Laguna, and
dude, 100%.
right, and it was
Amazing.
awesome. Like, what did you think of that event?
Oh, dude, I loved it. Like it was so packed. Like there was so many racers. And like everyone was just having a fun time in the paddock. Like it was just an amazing time.
Yeah,
Like it almost felt like
it was
being
like
at the Moto America
40 bike
paddock.
grid,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
Well, I
Yeah,
think there was a race you guys did where you're like because there's too many racers in it, and so like you had to be the first ones to pull up, or they would have to get taken out
the
because
waiting list.
yeah,
There was a
yeah, the
waiting
waiting list.
list. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, man, it's been a long time. I've been racing for a while now, and I do actually remember AFM a long time ago was like that, where, dude, you had to like, they had, they had people gridded like out by Lost Hills, dude, like at Buttonwillow. It was crazy.
That's gnarly.
And so like there was riders that would sign up for the year, so they would guarantee that they had their entry,
Wow.
and because they do it they grid by the old school way of doing by points and not by qualifying time. So like
Yeah.
points and time of entry. But if your entry time was the beginning of the year, even if even if somebody came in and had a little, had the same points as you, you would be gridded in front of them, right?
Yep. Yep.
So that
Yeah.
that model, I don't know. I can talk shit now because like I don't own a club anymore.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that's so dumb. It's like come
I
on,
wasn't a
dude.
fan.
Like you
I
come
wasn't
out
a
and you
fan.
qualify for grid position, it makes it safer because everybody that's fast is in the front. You don't get like out of townies coming in and you know the AFM does this known fast guy rule or whatever, but that
Yeah.
puts you on the fourth row. That's
It
still,
does.
if
It
you're,
does.
I mean, I can remember WSMC doing that back in the day and seeing guys like, Anthony Gobert show up and ping pong his way through the grid to get to the
Yeah.
front.
Yeah, it's gnarly.
Yeah.
I've actually had like two like terrible times like because where it's like AFM, yeah, when we didn't go for a while, like they just had points. So and we had points but not enough. So like we were trying to be with the front runners but had to start like halfway all the way at the back.
Okay.
And so like you're just trying to rush to get to the front and like it's just hard because the front runners were already like gone because there's no one in the way and you
Right.
just kind of have to like pick people off and do your thing
Right.
but it's interesting but I think qualifying is a lot safer and it's more enjoyable like
It adds an
it's the
element
racing
of
spirit.
fun, right?
Yeah,
And then you know, if you out qualify your buddy, you can kind of talk shit with them.
Yeah,
It's fun,
yeah.
right?
Call him a
Yeah.
loser and stuff.
Is that what you do?
No, definitely not. Definitely not. I definitely don't.
Yeah, you
Maybe
just
like
talk
my
smack with your
really good
buddies, you
buds.
know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With my really good buddies, like I'll tell them. I'll be like, you said it wasn't gonna happen, but it happened, and I'll give them crap for it. But yeah, just with the regular buds.
Right on, right
So
on.
yeah,
So, you know what? Like you've worked with a lot of coaches, right?
yes,
So, like I know I've seen you a bunch with Josh Hayes. Josh actually told me to give you a hard time and treat you badly, which is
I bet.
which is fun. You know, I was like, duh, it's me, bro. Like, of course I'm gonna shit on this kid. Like, no
Yeah,
worries.
right, right.
And then did we connect you with Tony?
Yes, I think so, actually,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Tony was just starting to do some practice, like he was starting to train people. And
Okay.
so yeah, we trained with Tony. So,
This is Tony
yeah.
Elias. For those that don't know who that is, you know, former Moto 2 world champion, you know, Moto America superbike champion. You know, the dude's he's a beast. He's always gonna
Yeah.
be a beast, right?
Right. Right.
You know,
He knows
um,
how to work a bike.
yeah, he kind
Gnarly
of
good.
knows how to ride a bit, right? And then obviously
Yeah.
Josh, the Josh we're talking about is Josh Hayes. You know, anybody that knows anything about racing knows that that dude's the man,
Nuts.
like, basically, right?
Nuts. Yeah.
Right. So who else have you worked with?
Josh Hayes, Tony Elias, and then Dale from Dunlop. Yeah.
Oh, the
Racer's Edge.
Racer's Edge, Dale. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. You know Dale. I believe Dale was one of the coaches at the old Freddie Spencer school that later on became the Yamaha Champions Riding School. So when
Wow.
YCRS started out, Dale Dale was one of the OG coaches there. You know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, dude. Dale's got some history, man. That dude is
Oh,
a
dude.
hitter and a half. Like,
Oh, yeah?
you know, oh yeah, dude. Like I think he was like he raced Formula Extreme back in the day, and like 750 Super Stock or Super Sport or whatever they called it back then. There's some old
That's
videos of
gnarly.
Dale ruining people on like an old Honda Hurricane or whatever.
Yeah, he would give me a lot of stories. He gave me a lot of stories.
Yeah,
He goes
Dale's been
fast.
around, dude, and
Oh,
I mean
yeah.
he still gets it too, man. That dude, he's an old
He's
guy
been
now,
around
but
it.
he still rips, right?
Oh, yeah. He knows how to throw around a bike. He gets it done. He knows how to do it. And
Yeah.
it's really fun to ride with him on the track sometimes
So
whenever I see him out there.
tell me. I mean, you know, obviously, you most recently been working with Josh, right?
Yeah.
So tell me a
Yeah.
little bit about working with Josh.
Working with Josh is amazing. Like it's so fun. Like me and him have like such a good relationship, but like the like just training with him because I'm a fast learner, but the thing is like there's some bad habits that I've like learned by myself that like he would try and like correct me and like tell me to do differently. And sometimes it'd be like so hard for me because once I do the one thing that I know, I keep it that way and it's hard for me to change it up. But Josh has like been really good with like sitting me down and like, hey, like you need to do this to
Hey,
like
you
get
need
this
to
bike to
stop
work.
sitting in the center of the seat.
Yeah, but oh well.
How many times did he bust you on that?
Ah, quite a bit at the start,
I don't
quite
know
a bit at
what
the
that
start.
noise was, but that kind of tells me everything I need to know, right?
Yeah, I've been told a lot. I've been told a lot by Josh. I've been told a lot. Yeah, but like Josh is just amazing. Like he just the way he just teaches me everything. It's just like it's so amazing and like everything's just helpful from him.
I
So
mean,
like
is it something that he sees when he's riding behind you, or is it just he's watching
oh
from the
yeah.
pits sometimes?
So there's been a couple of times where like well since like Moto America has been amping up and like we're getting prepped and ready, like there's like now there's a point where I have to go on the track by myself and figure it out for myself.
Yeah.
So we've had a couple of days where he would sit in the pits and like tell us what he sees, but like being on the racetrack with him, he sees all of it.
Yeah.
And like he just knows like straight away, like, yeah, you're doing this wrong, or like you're just fucking up all over the place. Like you need to figure this out.
The
And
dude
so,
definitely he's definitely got an eye for sure. I mean,
oh yeah,
I stood next to him at the test a few years ago. We did at the Ridge, the attack
okay,
team, and he was standing at the bottom of the I don't know, I call it Lombard Street because it's like Lombard Street in San Francisco, but at the Ridge it's like
yeah,
that corkscrew thing, but it's like not really a corkscrew, it's like straight down.
yeah.
And he was watching and he's pointing out stuff Cambobia was doing. He's like, "See, right there? That's why I don't have a job no more." Right? And he's, he could see and he pointed it out to me, what something that Cameron was doing, every lap at the bottom of the
Yeah,
thing, he would lose the front and then do this with his head and it would come back. And he did it every lap.
really.
Like it was his thing, right?
Yeah,
And he's like, "Man, I
gnarly.
can't do that." You know? So, I
I
mean,
can't do that.
he's got quite the eye for things that you're doing on track that
Oh yeah.
and he's got the ability to explain to you like what you should and shouldn't be doing, right?
Yep.
Plus
Basically,
he's
yeah.
funny as shit.
Oh, dude, cracks me up all the time in the pits.
Yeah.
Like before going on track, he'll like give me some shit and like say something like super dumb but super funny, and it just make me laugh like my whole outlap because it's just so funny.
Yeah.
Like he cracks me up too much. He cracks me up too much. And
So, just a heads
so,
up, looks like we got Brendan Kettleson watching. So, what's up, Brendan?
Kettleson.
Yeah,
All
number 44.
right.
You know, the guy that like beats you up everywhere. Yeah.
The guy I tried and chase and try and, hold
Uh-huh.
with him for almost a lap,
Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
The green
Yep.
flash that kind of goes by.
Yep.
Yep.
And you get the racing fumes
Takes his helmet
smelling.
off, looks like Villapoto
Yep.
a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Really
that one.
fast.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, that's the
also
guy.
Dawson Hart.
Yep.
I don't know who
You
that
remember
is.
Dawson?
No,
He's
man.
my homie. Yeah, he just started racing with CRA.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's
Awesome.
starting to come out to all the he's trying to make the full season for CRA and AFM now.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So, yeah, so
Cool. Racers
just
watching
trying to get more
racers
race.
talk smack. It's great.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
So talk a little bit about how obviously you haven't raced very long, but you've had quite the progression, because you just
Yeah.
got your license in 2021 and then, already last year, I mean, look at the stack of hardware that you brought home last season.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot
Um,
of it.
so talk a little bit about how that was accomplished. Was it the coaching? I mean, how important was the role of the coaching that led to that success?
You know, I think it's definitely the coaching. But like at the start, like when we first started, like when we first met Josh and wanted to like go racing, like we were at the racetrack every weekend for like a full straight 2 months and like just drilling in laps, like trying to get faster, like trying to get as much stuff to learn as we could because like we were just thinking of the bigger picture and just wanted to really get fast and want to race with those guys. But the coaching like is like the main thing. Like I just as many days as I could to go ride with Josh and go to track days and learn. And he would come invite me out to his camps to go ride in his backyard or do
The,
some
the
bicycles.
J Force.
J Force,
So
J
you've been
Force
out on
training.
bicycles with him.
I've done it before. I've did it once, and I it was my first time ever hopping on a bicycle. And there's a story like Josh still laughs at to this day. I've never ridden a bicycle with clip-ins before because
Oh,
I just started. And I don't know if you've ever been to his house, but he has an uphill. So when you leave his driveway, you need to gain some speed. I clipped one foot in and didn't have enough momentum and had the other foot clipped in. But like I was trying to clip in the other foot, but I couldn't do it. And I fell and like landed on my shoulder, destroyed my shoulder for the day. And it was terrible. And he beats up on me that all the time for that story. All the time.
so is that like one of those lessons where you'll never do that again?
Yep, basically. Yep.
You won't
Yep.
make that mistake again, huh?
Never again. Never again.
Yeah, I mean,
Never.
I everybody crashes at least once when they're first starting the clip in thing, but
Right?
once you do it, you're like, oh,
This is so much easier now.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, dang.
yeah. You should go. You should go out with me, man.
I know. I gotta do a cycle ride with you.
Yeah, man.
I can do that. I can do that. I haven't cycled in a long time.
No.
It's been a minute. I don't cycle as much.
Yeah, in a few months, I'm gonna do this crazy ride for charity. Actually, your dad donated to it, which is hilarious. And
Yeah,
his message after the donation was also super
very
colorful
funny.
and
Yeah,
hilarious.
really.
But yeah, so I'm doing this charity ride where it's like I got to raise money for Arthritis Foundation or something. So,
Nice. There we go.
but San Francisco to LA, man,
That's gonna be a long
525
pedal.
miles on a bicycle.
That's gonna be a long pedal.
Yeah. So if you want to donate, there's a link in the description of the video on YouTube.
I can do that.
Like donate some dough.
I
That'd be
can do that.
helpful for the project. But
I
yeah, 100 miles a day or something for a week. I don't know. It's gonna be
That's
fun.
gonna be gnarly. That's gonna be a long ride. And
Yeah.
like you think you bro, you'll do 100 miles in like what, 10 hours?
No,
Maybe if you're
no.
doing the regular speed.
Regular speed. Like I mean, I did one. I did one a couple years ago. I scumbagged Rob Escalante into doing a ride with me, and it was like 100 miles. And I just got a text from Chris McGuire. I'll explain that in a sec. But
Oh no, here we go.
um, yeah, so I scumbagged him into doing 100 miles, right? And
Yeah.
no kidding, man. Like he was crying for help for like the last 30
No
miles.
way.
I was like, do you want to
Oh,
call Uber right now, or do you want to keep spinning? He's like, oh, like So it's really funny. But I think we did it in like 6 hours. I think.
dude, that's not bad.
Yeah,
That's really fast.
but I mean, it
That's
wasn't
really good.
flat, like whatever. This
Yeah.
this ride is not that. Like
Oh yeah, no.
it's the
Uphills,
coast, dude.
downhill. Yeah. You're gonna have a fun time.
Yeah,
A
it'll
lot
be
of
good.
stops.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stops. There's, camp. They want to camp. And I'm like, I don't camp.
Really? I want to go in a hotel and like
I'm
watch
like, yeah,
TV for
dude,
a
I'll
night.
I'll I'll recover from that in a hotel, thank you. And
Yeah,
take a real
exactly.
shower. Like, I don't care how fancy your trailer shower is. No. It's
Yeah.
not
And then
happening.
you want to enjoy a nice steak at nighttime.
I don't know. I guess they have food and stuff too. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
All right. All right.
So,
Should be a
what
fun
else what
ride.
else are you doing to train? Now that we're talking about training.
Training, dude. So I tried to jog a lot. I used to try and like go
You
outside
try
and
to
run.
jog a lot?
It's gotten better. It's gotten better.
Okay.
So I would try and run, but like I have really bad knees. So I could only like run for a certain period of time and then my knees get sore and they like hurt really bad.
Yeah.
So I'm not a good runner, but I've just been trying to build up running and stamina and like trying to keep like extra stuff in me for when I go racing. But training, dude, like I'll go to the gym now that I have like this week off. I'm gonna go 4 days this week and then 3 days next week before we go to the first round. But for the past like three, 3 months, 2 months, I've just been going to the gym as much as I can after school. But I've now graduated school, so I'm out. I have the gym open now. So yeah, gym a lot, do a lot of like leg work, run on the treadmill for a good 20 minutes, and then do sprints at the end of my jog. So like just a lot of that stuff and trying to just get as much seat time as I can is also my training too. But
Yeah,
a
so
lot.
I'm getting a couple of comments in here, but it's mostly talking smack.
Here we go.
But I guess there's people saying that the sound is shite. I don't know if it's your sound or mine or whatever, but
Sounds sure.
I don't know.
Could be
Maybe it's because
you.
he's too far from his phone.
No, I got my AirPods in.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
may need like two AirPods in because I only have one in on the left.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
I can throw in my second
Whatever. The
AirPod.
microphone, this and that. I don't know. But I can hear you just fine.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, they're saying that there's a delay. Hmm. Weird.
oh,
Yeah, I mean there should be a delay. I think it has
there
like a
usually
time.
is.
Yeah, there's like a little bit of a delay, so it's not exactly like we're live, but like YouTube puts couple of second delay on there or whatever. Yeah, ain't these young kids supposed to know how to work technology?
That dude,
That's a
I'm not a
that's
fan of
Barry.
technology.
That's irate Barry from Utah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at the Trackday circus, that dude that brought out the bikes from that dealership, he works at
Yeah.
that dealership.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's that little dude that's just the long hair Asian dude, whatever.
I've probably seen him.
I think you ride a Cowie at the time. I don't know.
Cowies.
He said cowies.
Cowies.
Yeah. All
Wow.
right. Okay. So you do that to train, and so what else you got going on? Do you have like a what's your best moment in club racing so far? Let's go to that.
Oh,
Like is it
in a
like a
race.
win? I mean, the win you told me earlier before we went live, and I'm just gonna say this because he's watching, but you didn't really count the wins that you got because Brendan Kettleson wasn't there. Is that pretty accurate? Because I don't see
Yes,
them
and
in the
like,
background of your stuff, so you
well,
don't see.
they're up at the top. They're up at the top.
They're hiding.
Yeah, like, so like if I just like, can you see that?
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay,
So
yeah.
I mean, they do count. I mean, you beat everybody
Yeah,
else,
they
but you
definitely
didn't.
count.
But you didn't. But you said they didn't count because BK wasn't in those.
Yeah, because like obviously I always love trying to chase Kettleson. And
Yeah.
so Kettleson's like the guy that I want to be with because he's just fast. Like he'll two corners, I'll stick with him for two or three corners and he's like gone. Like I won't see him again. But I mean, they definitely count. I'll say they count, but to me, like just racing for myself and like just like being in first, like I know if Kettleson had all his race stuff and he was there and like he was racing, he would have definitely had those wins.
Yeah.
So it's a count and not count. But I counted
Yeah.
for myself because I was very happy, you
Yeah.
know.
Ty Bankford's asking how much you paid Brendan for those wins.
Too much. Too much money.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
I gave him
Okay.
quite a bit.
So what's your favorite club racing moment so far? Like, was it a scrap that you had somewhere?
Um,
Was it Laguna? Was it Buttonwillow,
there's
Thunderhill, Chuckwalla? What
there
was it?
there's a lot. There were probably Laguna would have been the best race because there was just like a race where it was 20 laps. We were doing the 20 lap race,
Mm-hmm.
and like my adrenaline was like kicked in such a high gear. Like I didn't get tired not once that whole race. Like I was hitting my fastest times every time, like every lap, trying to stay consistent.
Yeah.
But I think it was Zach on the BPR bike,
Okay.
and there was a couple of
Harrington.
bikes out there. Yeah, Harrington. Yeah, and
Okay.
so like off the line, I started in P7. Yeah, position 7, and I got into P5, and like I got knocked off. Like I got bumped in the inside going into turn 1, and like just went straight like back into 10th place. And so I was like, there's the race. Like there's no way I'm gonna catch up to the front again. Um, and so me and Zach were just going ham at each other, like passing each other every
Yeah.
time. Um, I don't know who it was. I think it was one of the Wawa guys. I don't know if I made him, but like
Was
going into the
Sahar?
last corner, yeah, Zahar. I made him do a false neutral into the last corner.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like toying with him because I braking's my top favorite thing. Like braking is everything to me.
It
So that's
is?
what Josh teach. Yeah, Josh teaches me hard braking all the
Really?
time. Drills me on
Well, you
hard
know what?
braking.
I'm just gonna interject here because I was at the last test and I saw Bobby Fong outbrake you
Oh
on
my
a
gosh,
bagger. So I was like, really? Are you all about braking? Bobby Fong
I
outbraked you
am.
into turn one at Buttonwell on a fucking bagger. So
I
like,
would, dude. I'm telling you, I
you were on
was
a Moto
literally
2
a
bike.
wheel
Like,
length. I was a wheel length behind him.
uh
I
huh.
was definitely a wheel length behind him. But those baggers, dude, are fast. Like the guys that are probably watching and like are seeing on TV, it may look like slow, but they're really fast. because like the minute they come out of the corner, it's straight to full throttle, and that thing just like takes off. And so like
But dude, it has
it's
to. It
gnarly.
weighs 700 pounds or whatever.
Oh well, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like it's not gonna,
But
lose
like, it has to
anything.
slow down and like, I'm just
Yeah,
giving you shit, but I'm like,
I
bro,
know. Oh,
I
I
was
know.
there, and he didn't have like you had the lead. You passed him. You
Like
passed him
right in
down
the
the
braking zone.
you passed him down the straight, and in the braking zone, he let go of the brakes and went around you on a bagger. So I was like, come
Yeah,
on,
it
man.
makes sense.
I gave
Yeah,
you
that
shit
would make
trackside
sense.
about it too.
I
So
remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Fonger went around. I mean, Fonger is an epic rider for, of course.
Love
But
Bobby. Yeah,
you were on a Moto 2 bike and he was on a
I
bagger.
was.
So I was like,
I was.
you might want
Fourth
to,
time riding that Kalex too, though.
yeah, that's okay. Well, it's probably his third time riding the bagger, right?
Probably. Yeah,
Right.
but he's golden. He's
Yeah.
fast. He was really fast. So we were all going good. But
Um, let's see. Kettleson says, bro, they do twins times. It's insane. And then Ty says, twin times are faster than super sport mile an hour. Um, there's
uh,
some truth to that. I mean,
a
Bobby,
little bit.
I mean, no shit. Bobby was doing like low 50s,
Yeah,
low 50s on a bagger at Button Willow that day. And
yeah. I was a second off my on my fastest lap. Like on the R6, 49 ones,
mhm.
and like on the Moto 2s, we're hitting 50s. So like low 50s and then sometimes high 50s, and we're keeping in the 50s. Um, but it's a different beast of a bike to ride. Like
Yeah.
it's
How so?
really gnarly. But
Kettleson
it's
says,
fun.
hey, he was learning the bike. Leave him be.
Oh, thanks, Kittleson. They just giving me shit.
Wow,
Giving me
dude. Like
shit.
you're gonna owe that dude big money after this is over. He's like blocking for you now. Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks,
okay.
Kittleson.
So like how talk to me about how different it is because it's definitely a purpose-built Grand Prix motorcycle, right?
Yeah, handmade. Engine's handmade. Like the whole thing is just, you know, the chassis super stiff. So going over bumps does not its favorite suit. But like just like hanging off the bike is different.
What do you
Like
mean?
just it's a different riding style. Like I was trying to do what I would do on the R6 and it would not turn. Like you literally have to get like so up front on the front end of those tire on like my I have scratches on my helmet because I've hit my head on the windscreen like just trying to get the thing to lean over so many times.
Really?
And oh dude, yeah, like I'm about to swap out my visor because it's scratched to the shit house of how many times I've hit my head on it. But
Really?
leaning off it is different. Like you have to fully get off the bike. Like your whole ass has to be off the bike. So the only thing that would be holding is your leg and your core, basically. And so just yeah, riding it is different. The riding style, chassis hard, um, and the thing's just super quick. Like I'm not used to a fast bike, and like that thing's a weapon. So
It sounds really cool.
it does. That's
Yeah.
a custom exhaust pipe we put on it too.
Oh yeah.
Well, because they didn't get us our ones the ones that everyone's running over in Europe, they ours didn't come in yet and we needed to test it. And so they only came in like 2 weeks ago and it didn't fit. So like we had to do a custom one and we had a guy weld one for us.
You had a guy.
Yeah, I
That's
forgot.
like
Maro
when you're
knows.
like, yeah, I had a guy weld on it. Like it's not
It
something you
was
think of when you think of a Moto 2 chassis, right?
right, right. Well, no, he like literally custom built this exhaust. Like we didn't have an exhaust on it. He literally made we only had like the tip of it. So he grabbed metal and just like we did measurements and everything and looked at everything, welded it and it looked amazing. Apparently like Mara was telling me he did a lot of stuff for Brian Deegan for
Okay.
motocross.
Okay.
So I forgot his name. I gotta remember his name.
Well, just a heads up, Chris McGuire says he could help fix your Moto 2 bike by throwing a set of Pirellis at it.
I don't think dude, honestly, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that. There's no way. I think, to be honest, if I threw Pirellis on that Moto 2, it's gonna act like a 600. Those Moto 2 tires from Europe, like because we have the European Moto 2 tires, grippiest tire ever. Like, like even on Pirellis for you, coming out of turn two of Button Willow, you get on throttle and the rear's all over the place. I get to half throttle, almost to full throttle on that Moto 2. Nothing.
Hmm.
Like it's just so much grip. And I'm not afraid of like losing the front end or losing the rear because it's got so much grip,
Hmm.
you know. Those tires are
So,
gnarly though.
like, what you're saying, it sounds like you have a lot of grip, but maybe you have to, because of your body and stuff, because the bike's so stiff, maybe you have to load the front in a different way. Is that?
That yes, that too, yes. Um yeah, like you definitely got to load the front a lot on that thing. And like you really have to like ride that thing hard, otherwise the bike does not perform right.
Hmm.
Like you could ride an R6 like shit, like terrible. Like and it'll be fine. A Moto 2 are made to be on the limit 24/7. And so like if you ride them slow and you're riding it like shit, it doesn't perform how it should be performing.
Hmm.
Um, but loading the front end, definitely, like a lot of that, it needs to happen.
Hmm.
Otherwise, it's just gonna go.
And just to follow up, Chris McGuire also says he thinks he may still owe you a set of tires from a bet he made with you last year.
He does. He
Oh
does. He
shit.
still
Okay.
still still owes me a free set of tires.
Well, there you
I'm
go.
I'm not afraid to say that one because it's been a year now. It's been a
Wow.
year.
Well,
Yeah,
you got to go collect on it, dude. Like you see the guy like every
dude.
now and then.
First round of CRA. I called him like, "Yo, you gonna have my tires? Like, are you bringing him?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'll bring them. I'll bring them." And I come to CRA and I'm like, "Hey, where's my tires at? Come see me later." I'm like, "He does not have them. There's no
No,
way he
I
didn't
bet
bring
he
them."
did. He brought tires with him to round one
Well,
as
no, but
to
they were
like
for
back up.
Supermoto.
Yeah, but he had some good in there.
Well,
I don't
I
know
don't
how
know,
I know.
man.
Why would I say that if I didn't know that was accurate?
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm. All
All right.
right. All right.
So there you
There's
go.
some answers there.
There you go.
Okay.
Um. Oh, Ty says, "Wow, Declan would like to donate that set to me."
Oh, Ty. Oh, Ty.
That's
Yeah.
okay, dude. Ty is the guy that like every time I'm on with Stamboli, he asks for a ride.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah. I think he's asked for a ride. There's another guy that's asked to drive the truck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but Ty is pretty consistent though. Like pretty much every show, he's like, "Hey, when's Richard gonna hire me to?"
Do this and
So
do that.
do the deal,
Yeah,
right?
right, right. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your upcoming season. Obviously you've been club racing a very short time, and you kind of cheated your way up by having pro coaches like Josh Hayes in your back pocket all the time.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what's your plan immediately for 23? Moto America, you were talking earlier, right?
Yeah, Moto America, like
Super sport category, I guess.
super sport, yeah. So we'll be running the R6. Um, so the R6 will definitely be running. Uh, but like really my plan for Moto America is, try and, be consistent, get fast, and like try and be with those fast guys because obviously I want that more than anything. But like, I'm not thinking of like, okay, I'm not going to go qualify 10th straight away or 7th or something like that. It's going to be a process. Like, it's going to be a long process, like throughout the season
I mean,
because
your
I got to
dad
learn
told
the
me
tracks
your
and
dad
stuff.
told me he's all in as long as you're having a good time.
Exactly.
So I'm like,
The
wow,
main thing.
that doesn't sound like the epic racer dad lofty goals.
Right? Right. You would think like he'd be like, get your ass out there and, get first, come on, like get up there, be up there, you
Yeah.
know? No, we're all it is trying to have fun. Like all we're trying to do is like have fun, but also do the work. Like, it's still work at the end of the day, but as long as it's fun for me, then like that's I don't have to go do a 9 to 5 job every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so
If you can make
that's
it
the
work.
goal, right? So like definitely like doing a lot for Moto America. But we're gonna find out what happens this year. It's gonna be a learning process, a learning thing. So we're definitely gonna take it slow, but push as hard as we can, of course. And then the second year in Moto America, like that's when we should start going
Okay,
faster, a lot faster. But everything's just gonna be a learning curve this year, you know.
okay.
So
And are you gonna continue the coaching with Josh, or what are you gonna do?
yes, yes. So Josh will we're gonna have him for the in pit for because he also works at Moto America, so he helps riders, does track walks, like gives information on what he does and stuff. So like at the end of like practice, or he'll come up to me while I'm on the bike or like sitting on the wall, and he'll be like what's happening, like what's your problem, what's going on, like what do you see, what do you not see. And so we're definitely going to use him for all those rounds that we're there for, because he's just a king and knows all that stuff. Yeah, so we're definitely going to be using him a lot in Moto America, that's for sure.
Okay.
um yeah.
So I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that race has happened yet, but that everybody's been talking about that Mid Ohio Classic. Are you gonna do that or?
Mid Ohio Classic, I
Yeah,
haven't heard that.
yeah,
I haven't
like
heard of that.
that crazy money race.
Oh, that's the on the is it on the old bikes, right? Like
Like I don't. Yeah, I think
those
it's
crazy two
shit. I think
strokes
it
or
might
whatever.
be, dude. It might be this coming weekend. So
No way.
no, it's like it's like this crazy money race that everybody's going to this. I think it's this coming weekend, and there's
Really?
like massive amounts of money online. Massive amount. It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
it's
I
that's
don't know. Like
huge.
I don't know the exact I don't know the exact um, numbers of it or whatever, but I think it's like quite 5 digits to win, something like that. So
Jeez, that's a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. I think
That's
Josh
gonna
was
be a
talking about
lot.
Josh. I don't know if it's this weekend, but or if it already happened, but a lot of
Yeah,
people at the beginning of the season were talking about that, and I think it was before round one of Moto America. I'm not sure, but guess you're not.
could be this weekend.
I don't read the journal. I don't read.
I
It's in New
would.
Hampshire. Yeah, it's in
Oh
New
wow.
Hampshire. Yeah,
Oh
that's
wow.
what it
Yeah, if
is.
it's on this weekend,
Is
there'd
that the
be no
Loudon?
way.
Stan says it's the Loudon Classic. Okay,
The
shit.
Loudon
My bad.
Classic.
Whatever.
Okay.
Yeah. So whatever. Mid Ohio Classic. Whatever. That race on the East Coast.
Yeah. Right. Right. Come and join these tracks over here.
Yeah.
Come and
So
enjoy these tracks.
yeah, I think it's in June actually. I think it's in June. Now that I'm looking, and yeah, it's like
Oh, in the
it's
middle.
got a $250,000 purse. So
Whew,
yeah, so
that's a lot of money in that.
big money to the winner, and it spreads out, and you still got pretty good money even if you're the last place person, right?
Wow.
So something like Willow Springs used to do something like that. They used to call it the Toyota 200, and it was like Stamboli's team won all of them, I think, except for one.
Really?
The one he didn't show up to. Um, but
Really?
yeah, like it was like 50K to win that thing, and like I
Holy
think
crap.
30K for second, 10K
Like,
for third.
that's gnarly.
I mean, that was like oh 05, oh 06, something like that.
Yeah, you
Crazy.
compare that to like back then to like now, like looking at the money prize, it's like, holy shit, like skyrocket,
Well, dude, it
you
was.
know?
Let's be real. It was rare back then too.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I think that lasted for quite a while. But I mean, the money back then. I mean, it was like there was a few years where it was like Yamaha money was like $2,000 to win for road race contingency at a local club race. So there would be these guys, some of which are team members or crew chiefs and stuff on other teams now, but like Scott Jensen, that dude, he's on the BMW team. I think he's PJ's guy, and
PJ. Okay.
Scott Jensen used to go and just like club race and chase money, you know? And there would be a bunch of dudes like that. They would just travel the country
Yeah.
club racing to take all the money. Kind of like what Stefano Mesa still does, right?
Yeah. I saw him at Barber Motorsports for WERA, their 50th anniversary there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was running 600 and 1000. I don't think he has a twin. I don't think he was running the twins, but I saw him on the 1000, the 600. Yeah.
Yeah.
He does all the club races and like uses that money to go towards Moto America.
So CRM Racing 232 says not to forget mentioning training at Apex with the boys.
Training with the boys.
At Apex. Or you doing
Yeah,
mini? You doing mini stuff?
mini motos.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah, mini moto.
what's your mini moto?
150 Honda CRF 150.
Ah, okay. So you're one
So
of those.
yeah, yeah, dude. Honestly, don't get me wrong.
I figured you
Big
would be on
bikes.
like one of those crazy two-stroke KX65 things.
No, no. Well, the 150 is actually really good. Like, yeah, 450, cool, slide the rear around and stuff. Like, you know, there's a purpose in that. But like, to be honest, the 150s for me, I think it's the best training bike for me because it's just you can use it for hard braking, corner entry speed you can learn, and getting on the throttle earlier. Like just like trying to get to the throttle as fast as you can the minute you release off brakes. Like I
Okay.
had a conversation with Cam Peterson last test day we had, and like
Yeah.
he was helping me out about that. But mini motos, man, a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun on those mini motos.
All
But
right. Well,
Apex with the boys.
Apex. So, do you ride any other tracks on the Mini or just Apex?
I used to ride at Adams with Corey Ventura.
Okay.
Um, but Apex is my favorite track. So I just like to go to Apex now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Barry says that he could actually touch the ground on one of those 65, so that's good. He's vertically challenged, I guess you could say. He's short. Um,
Okay.
and then Ty Bankford, I mean, he still looks like a circus bear on a mini bike, but I guess he's like super into it, right?
He's really fast. He's really
Yeah.
fast. It was me, him, and Chris Moores. We were all riding us three. Dude, those Avali's are fast. Like Ty is big
He
and
says
he's fast.
he won't go into getting his cheeks clapped by an ovale though.
Wait, what?
That's what he says. I don't
Wait, repeat that?
something about getting your cheeks clapped by an ovale.
That's what I was just getting to.
Oh,
That thing is wicked quick.
yeah?
I don't know if you've ever been to Apex, that back straight. I was on my 150. Dude, that thing gapped me by a bike length.
No shit.
It's fast. It was really fast. Like I could hang with him in the infield, and then once the straightaways came around, dude, it felt like a 600 against 1000.
No kidding.
It's fast. So
Huh.
I don't know, man. We were all going pretty fast. He was going good. He actually carried me to go faster at Apex, which I was actually
Wow.
pretty happy about. So he
Yeah,
helped me a little
I got
bit.
a 450 Supermoto. Well, it's not really. I mean, it's like a stock 450 with wheels and brakes on it. That's it.
I've seen you post that. I've seen you post on that
It's
thing.
so trash, but it's like it's a perfect thrasher,
Yeah, it is.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
Have you dropped it?
Yeah, of course. That's what it's for.
Yeah. So you well, like, didn't haven't you just started hopping back on it?
Oh, I haven't crashed it recently, but yeah,
Oh. Oh,
crashed the shit out of it.
oh
It's
well,
made
it's a
for.
supermoto. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's not
supposed to be
like
thrown down the road.
exactly.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
says stop being a peasant, get it, dude. I've got a slipper too. I got a suitor clutch in there. I'm just shitting on like whatever, man.
Right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Okay. Let's see. CRM Racing says tomorrow the smoke is coming from us. We're gonna put Declan to work. Ooh, threats.
I'm gonna put
You're
this.
gonna ride tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm at Apex tomorrow. I
Wow.
don't know if that's Chris texting,
I
but
gotta work,
yeah.
man. Like I'd love to join you, but I gotta work. Actually, tomorrow's like new bike day at Yamaha, so I gotta go pick up the Trackdays fleet,
Ooh,
most of it.
you get
So,
new bikes?
oh yeah, of course, every year.
Ooh, oh, okay,
15 years,
okay.
man.
Oh, that's sick.
Trackday's been
That's
with
nice.
Yamaha for 15 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, so
That's a
good
long
times.
time. Oh yeah, yeah.
And
But
Ty
Apex
says,
tomorrow.
Ty does say yes, that's Chris.
Yeah. Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
Gil
That's
says,
Chris.
dropping his middle name and third name, his second name. What? Gil's Gil. It's called English, bro. You know.
Oh,
So
that's funny.
yeah.
But
Okay.
yeah, we're
So
all gonna go rip.
all right. So we're almost an hour into this, and I just the whole fucking reason for this thing is for the next thing we're gonna talk about. So
Yep.
obviously you've been messing around with that billet chassis Kalex Moto 2 thing. So spill the beans, kid. What are we doing?
Well, now this is basically the announcement, I guess. Like
Wait.
everyone's the
Are
first.
you shitting me? Like this stupid show with 7 people watching, you're gonna scoop
Well,
that what you're
no,
doing?
I, I mean, it'll be an announcement to these like 7 people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
obvious, like we still haven't done it yet. We're waiting. We're supposed to do it soon for Instagram and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah, no, this year we're going to go race overseas in Spain in the Junior GP, the CV League.
Wow.
So we'll be racing against Max Toff. So we got a lot of riding to do.
Yeah, I mean, I saw recently Max and Daniel went over
Yeah,
there. I think Daniel's riding like that Aprilia Trofeo thing, and
yeah,
then Max is on the same team, but I think that team has support with American Racing.
yep,
And then there's
yep.
you guys with support from Dad,
Yeah, right.
right?
Yeah, Dad's loving it. Dad's loving doing that.
So
It's like, yeah,
where in Spain are you headed?
we're going to Portugal.
You're going to
I
Portugal
literally,
first.
yeah. So I'm pretty sure it's the first round. I just got off the phone with Morrow like before I hopped in because I was playing GP and I was like learning the tracks because
Okay.
like do the studying. And I was like, hey, I think our first race is Estoril for round one. And he's like, no, I think it's Portimao. I guess I'm pretty sure it's Portimao.
Portimao's the first
And
round.
that's what he was telling me. So it it probably is. I thought it was Estoril, but I'll
Did
like
you
have to figure that out.
since you've been doing the tests at Buttonwillow with the same at the same time as Attack, and you might be racing at Portimao, did you by chance have a couple of words with Jake Gagne about Portimao? Because he just was there a few months ago.
I haven't. I didn't talk. I said hi to him and talked to him for a little bit, and then like he
Loser.
was. I
Missed
know.
opportunity, man.
I know. Well, the thing is like for me, like I was like, oh, they're there doing their work, and like I don't like bothering other riders that are doing their work, you know.
I
So I
hear you.
didn't want to like go over,
But he was
but I
outside
always go up
shooting
in the
the shit.
morning.
Like I saw you shooting the shit with him and Maddie and Cam. Like
Oh yeah, well that was in the morning. So in
you
the
could have
morning,
brought it up then. He
I
would
wasn't
share.
thinking about it. I didn't
Yeah.
think about it at the time. Like I was talking to Jake, Cam, and Matthew, and like we were just talking about like the season and like and then start talking about the racetrack because Matthew wasn't liking the bumps as much going up into Phil Hill. So like I was like asking some questions on like what they're doing, you know,
Yeah.
and like they rip on that track, dude. They rip.
Your
It's
dad
bad.
says it's Estoril.
Yeah, see, I knew it. Okay. Okay. Oh, my
I don't
dad's
know
on
what
here.
time it is in Spain, but
That's what I was just about to say.
I
He's
don't
in
know what the
Spain.
fuck your dad's doing up right now, but whatever.
Dude. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so it is
Hi,
Estoril. I
John.
knew it.
Yeah,
Hope
okay, so
you're
I got a
enjoying
couple more
Spain.
comments. Chris McGuire says to tell Ollie Bayless that his dad makes the best bacon in the morning in the paddock.
Oh yeah, yeah. You've
Um,
had our bacon, right?
what?
You we didn't we make you a bacon sandwich before? We've made you a bacon sandwich
Yeah,
before.
mate. Yeah.
Yeah, they're really good, huh?
It's all right.
It's all right. I don't cook them. My dad does all the cooking in the
Of
pits.
course. Of course. Okay. Yeah, he
Oh,
says it's 3 a.m. and he can't sleep. So,
oof.
um, yeah, and I guess Gagne mentioned that turn one is pretty difficult at Portimao. Ty
Yeah.
Bankford says, isn't that series the same one Benny Solis raced? I think it is. The
Uh,
CEV
I
Moto
don't.
2. I don't know if they called it
Yeah.
Junior whatever.
It's it's junior CV.
Junior CEV.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's junior CV Moto 2.
And then is there like a regular CEV Moto 2? Is that
I
or
don't think so, no.
yeah.
I have no idea. Those are questions like my dad would know, to be honest.
Oh,
Like, you know,
okay.
I'm the, like, he loves
You just ride the
hearing me
thing.
say it.
You
Yeah,
just ride
I'm
the
the
thing.
rider. I'm the
Okay.
rider.
There
I
you
hop
go.
on the bike, tell you my complaints, you change them. You know, tomorrow we'll do some changes. I'll go
Okay.
back out and do what you need me to do.
Well, just so you know, in addition to Max and Daniel being over there, there's a kid that from SoCal that moved over there a few years ago.
Really?
My wife and I went to dinner with him and his father on while we were out in Spain. They live just outside of Barcelona, and
Ooh,
legit, they moved to Spain. They packed up their whole family to move to Spain so the kid could have tough people to race against growing up.
yeah.
So he was like
Spain's where
eight.
it's at.
He was like 8, and now he's like 14, or he's gonna be 14. And
It's nuts.
yeah, so the kid lives in Spain. Like now he knows a bunch of languages. Like
Dude, that's
man,
nuts.
the
That's
things that
nuts.
were coming out of that kid's mouth at dinner, I would never expect an American 14-year-old to say.
To
Right?
know, yeah,
Yeah,
right,
he
right.
was his vocabulary was quite through the roof, man. And
Really?
being fluent in multiple languages, I'm sure you'll probably see him around if you're out there. But are you just gonna fly in and race and then go home? Like, how's it gonna go for you?
So it's gonna be a lot of flying. So actually, like speaking about it, like good topic. Right after we finished Road Atlanta, Sunday night, like once we pack up on Sunday, I'm pretty sure Sunday night we literally fly to Spain, like straight away to go testing. Because like obviously, like we got to go learn the track and get our times down. Like getting the times down are imperative for me. So we're gonna be up there for like I think like 2 3 weeks. 3 weeks we'll be up there. But
Well,
we'll
I'm
be flying
sure,
back and forth.
dude. I highly recommend you reaching out to Christian Daniel and like the dad. You know,
Okay.
I mean, Christian basically runs the kids' social media anyway, so reach out to Christian Daniel and like maybe they could help get you guys acclimated out there somehow.
Yeah,
They've
yeah.
also got a lot of insight on being on that side of the country, the
The
world.
area.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
so um, definitely talk to those guys because they are like
Yeah.
super switched on over there. Like I
I'll
think the
definitely
dad's
have to
got
do that.
he's got like a Ford Transit van that's got racing stripes and shit on it. Like,
Oh, he's like already prepared.
oh, dude,
Yeah.
they're yeah. Well,
They're
I
full.
think they come that way. Like it's the sport one or whatever. It's not. They're not
Really?
all. I think it's like the sport one. But anyway, like they're all about it. They're at the track like every weekend for sure.
Yeah.
Probably after
Just trying to get
school
fast.
too. Yeah. So
Yeah. Well,
they
that's
do a
what I'm
lot
happy
of
about.
mini stuff too. So
Yeah.
definitely you know definitely take a look at that. Yeah, and that Chris guy is saying there's so many great riders that came out of growing up at Apex. I don't.
Great.
I know that like John Hopkins even was like a mini bike guy in SoCal back in the day. So
Yeah.
um, yeah.
Mini
Anyway,
bikes are really fun and really good.
so
I don't
you're
know,
you're
man.
doing the Junior Moto 2 thing on that Kalex. So what's your all those other guys are on the team and you're on DVR's team, right?
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
talking to
DVR
you because
racing.
I'm the official track day liaison of the
Yeah.
team.
Yep, yep. You
So
got the cup.
just a
Love
heads
winning.
up, really important gig there. Also, apparently, I'm also a big cunt. So I don't know what that's about, but
This is pretty funny. It's pretty funny.
yeah,
It's a good cup mug. It's a good cup
yeah,
mug.
yeah.
All right.
Team, the
All
official teamwear. So you know what?
right.
You're going over there, and I'm noticing right now that you've got a United States Marine Corps logo
I
on your
do.
uniforms.
Yeah.
What's
Yes.
what's the scoop on that?
So my brother is actually in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
So he's been in there for I think year and a half now. Um, yeah. So he's in the Marine Corps. And like I'm all about family. Love it's family. Like always comes first to me. And I support. I love like what he's doing and what he does. And Marine Corps are like always helpful. Like even like if they when they're out of base and not doing anything, like not a lot of people like show their love to the Marine Corps, and like we've had so many of his friends come over, and they're all nice. They're literally helping us out and helping our country and doing everything. So I really support the Marine Corps, and he's my brother, and so it's I love him. So
And you're not just saying that because most of the track days crew are retired Marines.
no, no, no. My brother's actually in the Marine Corps. Yeah, I got photos with him, and there's also a photo of him downstairs doing his gunning job.
Oh
He's
wow,
a
he's a
gunner.
gunny. Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
cool.
I
That's cool.
yeah.
All right,
So
man. Well, you know what? I wish you the best of luck in your Moto 2 adventures and Moto America adventures. I've got one more question to ask you, man.
one more question.
Yeah,
Okay.
what are the fish biting on at Lake Buttonwillow?
Oh,
Because you're one of
dude,
the few riders I know that's gone fishing out there.
I've gone fishing, and you were right behind me. You're right behind. You
I
were right
saw you
behind
go
me.
fishing out. Actually, it was more like swimming with the
It
fishes.
was definitely swimming. It was definitely swimming. I almost made it out of that lake, though. I wish you
No,
had
you
that on
didn't.
GoPro.
No, you
Yes, I
didn't.
did. Did you not see my tires, my tire line? I literally went
That's
out at the end of the day to
that's
record my
really
tire line.
what's crazy is Declan did just a heads up, like out of turn one, Declan got on the gas before he was pointed the right direction, ran off the racetrack, exiting turn one, was pointed at the corner working stand. I was right behind him, and I said to myself, "Man, I hope the kid doesn't hit that stand. Just
It was
veer
close,
left a little bit. Just veer
inches.
left a little bit. You'll be fine." The kid veers right, and then I track him with my eyes all the way till seeing him go into the lake and just boom, right? Just the biggest splash ever, and the bike stuck upright like it was stuck in like a really thick soup.
Yep.
So that had to have been quite fun for your mechanics.
Oh, dude.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
They they
Um,
they weren't happy.
so basically, what you're saying is the fish at Buttonwell are biting on our sixes. That's
Biting on
because
R6s, some rims.
The dude at Buttonwillow, the track manager guy, told me they were biting on Miatas. So
Dude, the Miata that crashed off into there. I think it was turn two, right?
actually, at the last test, the lake was biting on R7.
Dude, that was gnarly. That was gnarly. You see how, dude, that thing was snapped in half.
Well, no, no, that wasn't that one. That was the first one. That was the.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
You're talking about the hanging one, dude. I'm
Oh,
talking
never
about
mind, never
fishing.
mind. Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
like
watched her
buried
run
to the
off in there.
axles.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
watched her run off there, and
Mm-hmm.
she literally hopped off her bike as we all came back around, and the bike was not moving. It was so stuck like deep, the bike would not move.
Right.
That she's just laying against the fence, and I was
Yeah.
like, no way,
And
no way.
since you had your fishing expedition out there, obviously the
Mhm.
lakes got quite a bit deeper. Thankfully, the
Bad,
sun has been out for a couple weeks now, and hopefully the lakes will dry up again. So,
right?
even though it is nice seeing the track all green like that in the desert,
Oh,
it's
beautiful.
still, having lakes out there is probably not the best idea.
Definitely
You
not.
know.
Definitely not. Not for us bikes. Not for us
Right.
bikes.
Well, Declan, you know what? Been a fun chat, dude. And I guess your first
Thank
round's at
you.
Road Atlanta.
Yep, next weekend. Next
Okay, and
weekend it
then
is.
after Road Atlanta, when do you fly to Spain?
I think right after Sunday, once we finish Sunday race,
No
pack up.
shit.
Yeah, we'll have our driver drive the truck and trailer to the next round that we're gonna be at, and we're gonna go straight to the airport, fly to Spain. I think we're gonna fly on Monday because we'll sleep on Sunday because it's gonna be a long day of flying. So I
Okay.
think we're gonna leave on Monday right after we finish and just get straight to it in Spain.
Okay.
So we got a lot of work to do, but
Yeah.
I'm
Well.
excited for the journey.
Yeah. And like I said before, like your goal there, same thing, right? Just go and have a good time, see how it works.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that's an adventure, man.
I'm excited. It's all about having fun, That's all we're trying to do. We're trying to have fun. I love my team. My team's, greatest people I've ever had on my team so far. So
Well, you
I'm
know
loving
what,
them.
man? Before we wrap this thing, you got any final thoughts, words, people to thank, sponsors, etc.?
You know, my favorite sponsor is my dad.
No shit.
Yeah, right,
The guy
right.
that writes all the checks. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Every single check.
Well, I know that
No,
Attack Performance helps you a little
attack.
bit, right?
A little bit. Yep, yep. They do a lot of stuff for us. They're the best. Yosef and all that. They're all the best. But main like big thank yous to is like 100% my dad. For sponsoring everything and helping me do my dream that I want to do. So big thanks to my dad. And the sacrifices he's doing to go these yards. Attack, they always much love to Attack. Love them. All amazing guys. Especially my two mechanics, Maro and G. Like Maro puts in so much hard yards. Like always has the bike dialed. Always getting it down. Like doing everything that I want done to the bike, and always finding new ways to get data. So big thanks to Maro and Gerald.
Dada.
Huh?
You said Dada.
What do you mean data? Oh, data. Data. I'm sorry. Yeah, data. We call it data. But
And
yeah, big thanks
does
to all
am
them.
I mistaken that Yamaha helps you guys a little bit?
I don't know about that.
I think Halverson's helping you guys out a little bit.
Yes, yes, now yes. Once you said Alverson's, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Big thanks to Alverson too. Yes,
Halverson with the H.
Alverson, H,
Oh, I know.
Alverson.
The
Yeah,
H's are silent with you guys, right?
it is. Wait, you guys say uh, no, you guys say H, and we're like H. Yeah, you guys say H, and we say H.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we
Is
got a
that how
lot
it
of different
works?
words, dude. We got a lot of different words.
Well, you go
Yeah.
ahead and keep practicing so you could try to spit game at Spanish girls with your
Uh,
fake Australian accent.
uh, you know, I will do that. I will do that. You know what? I'll take a photo with one just for you. Be
Oh,
like,
that's
hey,
great.
I got one with the Aussie accent,
There you go. There you go. I
right?
mean, look, Kyle Wyman said it used to work for him to tell chicks that he was Justin Bieber. So,
What? No way. No way.
yeah. So,
That's
good times.
gnarly. Oh yeah,
All
good
right,
times.
man. Well, I wish you the
Oh,
best of luck, Declan. I think we're
thank
gonna
you.
wrap this thing, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it. Why not?
All
I
right, dude.
appreciate you having me up here. It's
Yeah.
been amazing. Love talking with you.
All
It's
right,
always a
buddy.
good time.
Yep.